All right. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ida Marie, aka Nelly Lee. What's up? What's up? I want to see if we live. Yes, we are live, baby. We are live. See how my voice is doing here right now? Huh. All right, my voice is doing good. Yes. You know, I like K-pop. I like it. I like reading things. I like reading vlogs and blogs on other females that that like K-pop just like me. But there are a lot of issues with K-pop. In the K-pop fan world, it's a lot of issues that I want to bring out. It's a lot. So first thing I'm going to do is like I stated here. I said let's read some Black K-pop fan blogs. Yes. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just start right into it. All right, the first one you're gonna see up there is called the K-pop idols dating outside race. Then another one is gonna be Korean black male idols and black women. And then the other one is gonna be about a personal, her personal experience going over there to Korea. When I read these blogs, I want you guys or whoever's seeing it, I want you to figure out where am I going at with this. What am I trying to bring out? I'm gonna let you figure it out and let you voice your own opinion. All right. So here's one. It says Korean male idols and black women. This is by Bree. Yeah, it's a little old from last year, but it's still good. Okay, so it comes to my attention as a K-pop, my mistake, to my attention as a black K-pop fan that my fellow black fans are always asking this question: does so and so like black girls? I heard this a little bit. I heard this a little bit sometimes. My answer for you is probably going to burst your little apple like the chocolate bubble. What she's saying here is, she's talking about a lot of people. A lot of black females. They see someone say, "Oh, like my ideal girl type is chocolate skin color, dark skin color," so they automatically think that they're talking about a black chick. Okay, so it goes on. Let's go back to the paragraph. See what they say about that. Now, most Korean males idols, when asked their ideal type, say they like chocolate skin girls. Here are the young. This is who they're talking about. This is their idea of a dark skin complexion of who they like. And don't get me wrong, these women are beautiful and sexy as, hell. So I don't see anything wrong with them saying that. But just because they say that in the interviews or radio shows, it doesn't mean that they won't find you attractive. It's not saying that they don't find black women attractive, but we can't automatically think that's what they automatically, you can't automatically think that when they say chocolate, it's a black female. It's a different shade of color that they're talking about, a different type of woman that they're talking about. Because black women are beautiful and amazing creatures, come in all different shades. But most Korean male idols will eventually date Korean women unless exposed to other cultures and their people. Unless you're Jay Park. Jay Park is different. He's from America, so that's different. I know it sucks, but don't let your love for Asian men and their views make you think you're not beautiful or smart or worthy of their time. I don't know, I just had to get that out. That's just one blog. Alright, let's get that one out the way. This one up here is a little bit more interesting. Pay really close attention to this. Now, this one is a little bit older. K-pop idols dating outside race. Turn back now. It's a very sensitive topic. So this has started out since the day I fell so in love with Big Bang, and I like Big Bang. That's my favorite group, K-pop group. And I thought to myself, wow, these men are indeed very attractive. I fell for Top, then G-Dragon, but then I fell for Angel Dae Song, and still till this day, I love him. Now, man, hear what she said. I love him. Okay, so keep that in mind. Also, I also love Shiny, being my personal interest along with you see her two interests, and sometimes I don't know what she's saying there. And Key or Special Day, men who laugh out loud. I'm not really a big fan of Shiny. I don't really listen to their music, so I don't know how to pronounce their names. Disappointed and unamused, I can freely say all of this. And since K-pop is going viral worldwide, fans of all ethnic and different backgrounds come together to sing in a language we probably know or have no clue how to speak in, or maybe just the basics, where we only sing that we think we're here, laugh out loud. But enough of that. As a fan of K-pop, we and millions would truly want to know would K-pop idols date outside of their ethnic, well, out of their race. Most of the times I hear they would date Westerns if they could, or they would date out, their race. But it's a letdown when some of the artists I like go for this fair skin, long hair, green, or blue eyed beauty. Yes, it hurts. I, African American, I feel sad about it, but I know deep down inside there's plenty of non-idol men who might like women of color. It's hard because unless we were born multi-ethnic or just use perm, we will either still have darker skin than most women in Korea. Also, there is still, even though I have had so many people try the whole excuse my French ladies BS over and over again, it's new generation racism doesn't even exist anymore. Get over it. What is racism? There is racism, honey. Some say it's Korea, just educating their students at the proper grades of elementary of other black backgrounds, but others say they don't have to be forced to learn about someone else's country. Even though another person backfired and said some students learn American history already in South Korea, but not the full package of the history itself, due back to the things I wanted to explain before. Whenever an idol expressed their love for different races, they always for fair-toned it. When even Beyonce, she's still darker shade and all. But what about Lauryn Hill and DRE? I don't know if you guys know how they look, but I've noticed this too, where if K-pop idol, if you ask them what's their what type of black celebrity that they like, they'll say like Nicki Minaj. Tanaje is now one of them. I heard of them say like Rihanna. Rihanna is like the darkest one I've heard. She's the darkest. It's always Beyonce or Tanaje. That's what she mean here by that skin tone. To me, they seem way too scared to voice their opinions because of most fangirls' reaction will be pretty harsh and disgusting. You hear that? To me, they seem way too scared to voice their opinions because of most fangirls' reaction will be pretty harsh and disgusting. Why? Well, I've had my share of child fangirls I ran into at all K-pop site when Chinese Kim K were to appear on the show, and at the time no one knew who he was going to actually pick or who the producer might pick, so I insisted on something different. While the fans were posting mostly Korean, Japanese, Chinese, or European women, I took a leap of faith and posted, not in these specific words but similar, it would be nice for a change to see a Brazilian woman or an African American woman or a Spanish woman to be Key's date, since he is quite the happy type. Seemed he would be the real chill type of guy. Then the replies were just so disgusting and rude and vile. No, if that happens, they might make him drunk and try to F him for national recognition or child support. Did you hear this? This is somebody who experienced, I don't know, I'm guessing she went, I don't know where she was at, but this is someone experiencing this, which is a young black K-pop star, female K-pop, not star, but fan. So, yeah. And a few like, ew, why would want to date someone who would be loud and ghetto? Loud and ghetto. It irked me. Then I thought about it until this day. Even after that show aired, he was loud and a big wacky too and random. Laugh out loud, look at just Instagram after all. So that fan was rolling in some stupidity that day. What do you guys think? Please don't be disrespectful. Be open minded. So it's like 33 comments here. 33 comments here. And let's read this first one here. It says hashtag end violence. I am an African American and I am only attracted to Asian guys. Okay. Now, okay, hold on, wait a minute here now. I like Asian guys, but I cannot say I'm only attracted to Asian guys. I love my black men. I like the white men. I like the Spanish men. I can't just all different types of races of men. I can't just say I just like Asian guys, but that's my opinion. That's just me. I want to have an Asian family when I get older. If you go on YouTube and watch Malaysian family videos, you can see how happy they are. There are Japanese black girls, Korean black girls, etc., etc. Michelle Lee is Korean African American, and you can see how she thrived and overcame the racism from her peers. If K fans have a problem with idols dating outside of their race, then they are not true fans. You can't discriminate against a race who is dating your men. No, honey. We are expanding our horizons. Some K fans are just racist and too traditional. Well, wake up. It's the 21st century. You are too old school to be thinking like it's the era. Any race can mix their tribe, and it is not against the law. Now, she made a whole lot of sense with that, but the whole thing about how she just want a Blasian family, like what she sees on see, that's the thing. You gotta fall in love with someone because you love that person. You can't say, well, I just only date Asian men because I want to have a Blasian family like I see on YouTube. You can't just say that. No, I mean, come on. I mean, if you fall in love with the white guy because you love him, if you fall in love with the black guy, it's because you love him, not because you want to have a certain type of family. Okay. Natty T, I feel what you're saying. I'm African American, white, Native American, and a little Latino. I think they should date outside the race because normally when asked for ideal type is white skin and all. Do you have to what is she trying to say? Do you have to offer? I have a thick waist and hips, and I'm proud. Even when they say they prefer long legs and thin limbs, and I'm short and proud. And this is another thing. There has been cases where some idols, I even say they like them really thin women, much thinner than them, or not all of them, but it was this particular one, and I was just like, you want them thin and pale? That's not even is that a person? Like, pale is not even a skin color. Like, I mean, I guess pale, what I mean is, like, I'm thinking of a vampire color. That's just me. Now, that's just my opinion. I think that interracial relationships would be flippin' adorable. I'm straight, the whitest white girl there ever was, but I find Asians more attractive than Caucasians. Maybe that explains why I'm here. But seriously, my take on it is, if two people like each other, they ought to get together. And that's how I feel. I don't think it should be like a color thing. Like what the young lady said at the top, I respect her opinion. But when she said that she only dates Asian men, she only likes Asian men or whatever, and she would like to have a Blasian family because of what she see on YouTube. No, I agree with this one here where she said, but seriously, my take on it is if two people like each other, they ought to get together. The end. So it just keeps going on and on and on. But my take from it is, it's just, I used to think like that, where, would they date, a black girl? I was like, you know what? And that was when I was younger. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with that. I don't care. Whoever I fall in love with, that's who I fall in love with. All right, so the next one is a girl, a black woman, a black young lady who talks about being in Korea. She says, Being a foreigner in a humongous country like South Korea means you automatically stand out from the crowd, even more so if the color of your skin is darker than what is known as the norm. Before coming to Korea, I read some blogs which were written by black bloggers. They share stories of the weird things that have happened to them. To be honest, I didn't believe most of these. I thought they were exaggerating so the writers can bait people into reading their blog posts. Little did I know some of these things would happen to me too. Alright. Instant celebrity status. Okay, well, you're not really a celebrity if no one knows your name, but if you're black, you'll get quite a bit of attention everywhere you go. While some people will only stare at you, some will talk to you. There hasn't been a single event which I have attended where people haven't asked to take pictures with my friends, who are also black. And we went to Holly Ha Festival in groups of strangers who come to ask take pictures with us or of us. This happened in clubs, restaurants, and during my recent trip to Seoul. I'll admit to one thing though, I loved it. Although I have no idea where our pictures end up, what stories photographers share about them, I'm always happily willing to pose for them. My thing is, I would not want to be taking a picture with someone random. I don't want to be taking a random picture with someone that I don't even know. That's just me. I would not do that, and especially in a foreign country. Skin rubbing. While some people say that they've had their chocolate colored skin licked, ew, that is disgusting. I've had mine rubbed about 3 times, mostly by old people. The first time I had my skin rubbed, it was an older woman in an elevator. The second time was an elderly lady who had offered me a seat next to her in the train only for her to grab my hand and rub it and say something in Korean. See, right there, I was like, I don't think I can do that. I don't know how I will handle that. I don't want nobody touching me. The third time was by 2 kids sitting next to me on the train. Kids are different. They learning stuff. So that's different. I never saw any of this coming. It all happened so fast that I was left speechless in all 3 times. While I don't fully understand their intentions, I simply took the rubbing my skin as them being curious about why it looks the way it does and how it feels. Hair touching. Black hair is probably the biggest mystery to Koreans who have no knowledge of science of black hair. When I came to Korea, I had on braids. I would be on the subway and I would catch people staring and pointing. Some would just tug it, others wanted to know if it was real. After taking off the braids, I became a full-time wig wearer, meaning I change my hair more often now. Some of my Korean friends are probably short of asking me what's going on because they sometimes bring into Korean straight hair complimenting me my hair. Staring and pointing. Subway rides are very awkward. If you do not have a full cell phone battery and a pair of earphones, the senior men and women will have you wondering where to look with their blank stares. Ever had someone stare at you so much that you didn't know where to look, what to do, and whether to stare back at them? The staring doesn't only happen in the subway, but on the streets, restaurants, shops, everywhere. One Korean will notice you and tell another, and the next thing you know, you have all eyes on you. Products for your skin and hair are close to non-existent. Your poppin' melon and your gravity-defying hair mean you have additional struggles as a foreigner. Korean beauty shops cater for a Korean market. If you're light-skinned, you might be lucky. Otherwise, you have to go to the ends of the world to get makeup and hair products. I will not even get into the business of getting your hair done in a salon. If you're in Seoul, you'll be luckier because Taiwan has hair salons and beauty shops that are possibly owned by Koreans but might meet your needs at a price. Other than that, you have to be friend online shops such as AliExpress and Gmarket, etc. Disclaimer: this blog is based on my personal experience and encounter. It doesn't in any way say that this happens to all black people. Keep that in mind. And it doesn't happen to all foreigners. Feel free to comment with your experience as a foreigner in South Korea or other countries. All right, so I don't see any comments. But anyway, that's just it. So, all right. So that's how I feel about it. I look at these, I look at these. Some of them, I just feel like they're a little confused a little bit. That's just me. But I don't know, something was just at pop. Being a K-pop fan, I'm just trying to start something different. I'm gonna start streaming pretty much now. I don't see a lot of bloggers doing this. I don't see them, um, I don't see them streaming a lot and they do this more instead of just making videos. I think they should stream a little bit more. Know how you feel about it, this topic, and deuces.